Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy, and today I wanted to use AI to help explain a dynamic of energy harvesting. Okay, so here's the scenario. Person A receives money from person B, then receives communication from person C that is somewhat of a fuse to the match of person A. Energetically speaking, spiritually speaking, if this exchange was somehow used to manipulate energy, what is the likely outcome of such exchange? I'm going to go ahead and let AI explain.
This is a fascinating scenario that taps into concepts of energy dynamics, spiritual manipulation, and the energetic significance of money and communication across various esoteric and spiritual perspectives. Since your scenario is highly speculative and framed in energetic/spiritual terms, the likely outcome isn't a single predictable event, but rather a set of potential energetic consequences for person A. Here's a breakdown of the likely energetic/spiritual outcome. The likely energetic outcome, a destabilizing catalyst. The combination of a financial exchange, person B, and a provocative message, person C, suggests a two-stage energetic setup and trigger. 1. The setup, energetic entanglement via money, person B. Money is often viewed as a form of transferred energy, value, or intention. Potential outcome. Person A is likely to have an energetic cord or tie established with person B. If the money was given with unclean, manipulative, or controlling intentions, even unconsciously, that intention is now energetically attached to person A's resources or financial field. This could manifest as subtle control, a feeling of obligation, or the money not feeling like their own, which subconsciously directs person A's subsequent actions toward person B's interests. Imprinted energy, the energy of the money itself carrying a vibration, e.g., greed, stress, debt consciousness, that person A absorbs into their own energetic field. 2. The trigger, the fused communication, person C. Person C's communication acts as the fuse to the match, which means it is a catalytic agent, something designed to activate or incite the energy already present in person A's field. Potential outcome. The message from person C is designed to hit person A at an energetic pain point or a vibrational resonance, the match. This is likely to result in immediate destabilization. Person A's emotional and mental energetic state will be severely disrupted. The fuse ignites. This can manifest as sudden anger, anxiety, hyperfocus, or an obsession with the content of the message. Activation of the manipulation. The energy from the money exchange, person B's influence, is now activated and channeled by the intense reaction to person C's message. The energy received from B is now being used to fuel the emotional/spiritual fire started by C. The combined effect, targeted energetic disruption. The most likely net effect is that person A is put into a state of energetic disempowerment and targeted action. Energetic vortex. Person A becomes trapped in a negative reactive energetic cycle, using B's money energy to fuel C's emotional trigger. This makes it difficult for person A to make clear, sovereign choices. Manipulation by proxy. If B and C are working together, the money exchange was a setup to lower A's defenses or establish a hook, and C's message was the command or suggestion to send A on a specific, likely destructive path. A call to action, vibrational. Person A may feel an intense, almost irresistible urge to act on the feelings or ideas sparked by person C's message, which is now energetically tethered to the resource/value received from person B. Advice for person A, energetic self-defense. From a spiritual perspective, person A's best defense is to disentangle the energies of the two transactions. Energetic cleansing. Immediately cleanse the energy of the money received, e.g., symbolically washing the funds, or ritually dedicating them to a higher, unattached purpose. Cord cutting. Practice a spiritual cord cutting visualization specifically aimed at person B and person C to dissolve any energetic ties established through the exchange and the communication. Grounding and discernment. Engage in deep grounding practices to separate their own energetic state from the induced fuse reaction, allowing them to rationally discern the true intention behind C's communication before reacting. Would you like...
Okay, let's move on to the next question. What benefit do person B and C gain from person A doing this exchange?
This is an excellent follow-up question, as the entire scenario is predicated on the idea that the two manipulators, person B and person C, gain something valuable by strategically engaging with person A. Based on the concepts of energetic and spiritual manipulation, the benefit for persons B and C falls into three primary categories: energy, control, and resource acquisition. Here is a breakdown of the likely gains. Primary gains for person B and person C. 1. The gain of person B. The financier/establisher. Person B's benefit is secured through the energetic tie established by the financial transaction. Benefit category: energetic/spiritual gain. Mechanism: how B achieves it. Control and influence. Energetic ownership of action. By giving money, B establishes a subconscious, karmic, or energetic hook in A. B may not control how A feels, but they gain leverage over the actions A takes, especially those involving the funds or resources A has. Resource acquisition. Reaping the energetic harvest. If person C's communication causes A to achieve a specific outcome, e.g., ruin a reputation, start a fight, sabotage a project, B intends to be the one who ultimately benefits from that outcome, be it a financial opportunity, a competitive edge, or a clearing of obstacles. Life force energy. Siphoning vitality. In some esoteric views, financial/psychological distress is a potent form of energy. By setting up the exchange that leads to A's anxiety, stress, or anger, the ignited match, B may be passively feeding off the lower vibrational, intense emotional energy A is generating. 2. The gain of person C. The communicator/catalyst. Person C's benefit is secured through the activation of person A's emotional and reactive energy. Benefit category: energetic/spiritual gain. Mechanism: how C achieves it. Power and validation. Ego/psychic energy fuel. Person C gains a feeling of immense power and validation by successfully triggering a strong, pre-programmed reaction in A. This reactive energy, anger, obsession, fear, provides a direct, high-volume psychic fuel that feeds C's ego or strengthens their manipulative aura. Directed action. Externalized effort. C avoids the need to confront or deal with an obstacle directly. The communication acts as a command. A is now spending their time, focus, and energy to execute an action or reaction that C desires. A becomes a tool to achieve C's objective, while C remains in the shadows. Chaos and misdirection. Shifting the focus. C gains by creating chaos and energetic noise around person A. This misdirects attention, including from person C, and makes A's life turbulent, preventing A from seeing the true coordinated nature of the manipulation. The coordinated gain, B and C together. The highest benefit is achieved when B and C are acting as a coordinated unit. The exchange allows B and C to leverage two different planes of influence. B on the material/resource plane, money, and C on the emotional/mental plane, communication, to achieve a single powerful outcome they could not achieve alone. The ultimate goal: the complete disempowerment or redirection of person A. They want to remove A as an obstacle, steal A's potential success, or force A to act in a way that benefits their shared or separate agenda. Would you like to explore specific actions person A might take that would most benefit persons B and C?
No, I questioned, doing so on a full moon would imply what?
This is the key detail that elevates the exchange from simple manipulation to a more potent, ritualistic energetic maneuver. The full moon is universally recognized across spiritual, esoteric, and astrological traditions as a time of peak energy, illumination, and culmination/completion. Doing the exchange, the money and the communication trigger on a full moon would imply the following for persons B and C. The implication of the full moon, amplification and harvest. The full moon is not merely a symbolic date, it is an active energetic amplifier. B and C are deliberately using the moon's influence to make the manipulation more intense and effective. 1. Maximum energetic amplification. The blast radius. The full moon is when energy is at its highest, most visible point. Heightened emotional state. The full moon is believed to intensify emotions: joy, anxiety, anger, obsession. By sending the fused communication during this time, B and C ensure that person A's reaction is not only immediate but also dramatically amplified. A minor annoyance becomes a major crisis. A slight feeling of resentment becomes an overriding emotional obsession. Maximum psychic vulnerability. The veil between the conscious and unconscious mind is said to be thinnest. This means person A is more susceptible to suggestion, irrational behavior, and having hidden or shadow issues brought violently to the surface. This makes the manipulation from C's message penetrate deeper and faster. The power of completion. The full moon signifies the end of a cycle and the time for harvesting the intention set at the new moon. B and C are aiming for a swift, complete, and definitive result from person A's reaction. 2. Illumination and exposure, the double-edged sword. The full moon is the phase of light, which can be used to forcefully reveal things. Shining a spotlight on the target, B and C, may want the consequences of Person A's actions to be highly public, visible, or undeniable, the illumination. They don't want a quiet, subtle outcome. They want a major event that everyone can see. This increases the benefit of the chaos and misdirection they gain, bringing unconscious intentions to the fore. The full moon forces what is hidden to be seen. If B's money transfer carried a hidden intention of control, the full moon will make that feeling of control more obvious to Person A, even if subconsciously, thus increasing A's internal friction and destabilization. 3. The ritualistic significance, intentional potency. Performing the manipulation on a full moon suggests B and C view the exchange as a formal energetic ritual rather than just a simple trick. Commitment of power. It signals that B and C have put maximum intentional power into this single maneuver. They are not waiting for a convenient time. They are waiting for the most powerful time to ensure the energy of the money, the intention of the message, and the resulting chaos are all magnified. In summary, doing this exchange on a full moon is like striking the match in a wind tunnel. It guarantees an immediate, intense, and far-reaching energetic fire. Would you like to discuss how Person A could counter the manipulation?
Is there any benefit to Person A?
Yes, from a deeper spiritual and energetic perspective, there can be a significant, though often painful, benefit to Person A. While the immediate outcome is likely stress and manipulation, the purpose of such a strong energetic shock is often to force a major shift or to settle a karmic lesson. Here are the key potential benefits for Person A. The spiritual benefits for Person A, awakening and sovereignty. The combined manipulation, money plus full moon trigger, creates a high-stakes scenario that is difficult to ignore, forcing Person A into rapid spiritual growth. 1. Rapid acceleration of spiritual discernment. The most immediate benefit is the forced development of energetic discernment. Spotting hidden agendas. Person A is receiving a clear two-part lesson on how manipulation works. One part is the lure, the money from B, and the other is the trigger, the fuse from C. This incident teaches Person A to look beyond surface transactions and sense the energetic intent behind all exchanges: money, gifts, or communication. Trusting the gut. The intense full moon amplified anxiety or emotional response will serve as an undeniable alarm bell. If Person A learns to recognize this feeling as a warning sign, a clear indicator that an energetic boundary has been breached, they will gain an invaluable tool for future self-protection. 2. Breaking a karmic or repeating pattern. If Person A has a tendency to be a target, or to enter into relationships based on imbalance, this event is designed to break that pattern violently. The lesson of self-sovereignty. Person A is being taught the difference between reciprocity and obligation. The exchange forces them to confront whether they accept resources that come with energetic chains attached. Their lesson is to cut the cord and reclaim their energetic and financial sovereignty, choosing to value their peace over the material gain or the emotional reaction. The cleansing fire. The turmoil created by the full moon trigger acts as a cleansing fire to burn away old, unhelpful energetic ties and beliefs that made Person A vulnerable to B and C in the first place. 3. Forced recognition of personal power. Manipulation is only possible when a person gives away their power, consciously or unconsciously. Reclaiming the energy. By being a target of such coordinated, ritualistic manipulation, Person A is being shown the sheer value and potency of their own energy. B and C went to great lengths, money, timing, targeted message, because Person A's resulting energy/action is powerful enough to be worth stealing or redirecting. Empowered choice. The ultimate benefit is that Person A has the opportunity to make a sovereign choice. React. Fulfilling the plan of B and C. Repayment of debt. Respond with awareness, cleansing the energy, cutting the cords, and using the experience to evolve, claiming the spiritual prize. In this spiritual framework, the benefit is not material. It is the unshakable wisdom and energetic self-mastery gained from navigating a successful spiritual attack. Would you like to know the best energetic step Person A could take in?
Okay. Yes, best energetic step Person A could take immediately following this full moon exchange to begin neutralizing the manipulation.
That is the crucial next step for Person A, to move from reaction to reclamation. The best immediate energetic step Person A can take is a powerful, dual-part energetic cord-cutting and sovereignty ritual, timed specifically to counter the full moon's influence. Here is the most effective approach. Best immediate energetic step, dual cord-cutting. Because the manipulation involved two distinct people and two distinct energetic ties, B via money, C via communication, Person A must address both simultaneously. 1. Immediate action, the cord cutting. This ritual is designed to sever the energetic threads of obligation, influence, and manipulation that B and C established. A. Intention setting. Focus. Find a quiet place. Light a white candle representing purity and cleansing, or use a tool like sage or palo santo to clear the space. Clearly state the intention. Asterisk. I sever and release all energetic cords, hooks, and ties to person B and person C that do not serve my highest good and sovereignty. I reclaim my power now. B. Visualization, the severance. Close your eyes and focus on your solar plexus chakra, the center of personal power and will, located just above the navel. Visualize person B standing before you. Notice the cord connecting you. It might be attached to your solar plexus, your bank account, or your heart. Acknowledge the money and any feeling of obligation it created. Visualize cutting the cord completely with a tool of pure light, a golden sword, a laser of white light. See the cord dissolve into nothing, and any part that was attached to your body snap back and turn into pure, sovereign white light that floods your solar plexus. Immediately repeat the process for person C, visualizing the cord created by the inflammatory communication. Sever this cord and reclaim your emotional, mental, and spiritual energy. 2. Full moon counteraction, the waning phase. The full moon amplifies the problem, but the immediate shift into the waning moon phase, the day after the full moon, is person A's strongest asset. The waning moon energy is perfect for releasing, reducing, and purging what is no longer needed. A. The money cleansing. Ritualistically, discharge the money's energy. If the money is still in A's possession, they should immediately spend, donate, or transfer the exact amount received with the conscious intention. Asterisk. I release the energy and the intent of this transaction. I pay this forward with the intention of pure, unattached abundance. This spiritually negates the hook person B placed on the funds. B. The emotional release. Journal and burn. Write down everything person C's message triggered. The anger, the obsession, the fear, the specific actions B and C want A to take. Get it all out onto paper. Safe burning ritual. Under the energy of the waning moon, safely burn the paper using a fireproof bowl, while stating, asterisk, I release this outcome, this influence, and this projected path. This is not my story. This actively uses the release energy of the waning moon to purge the toxicity. By performing this dual action, person A is not just reacting. They are taking spiritual control and asserting their sovereignty over both the material and emotional planes of the manipulation.
I then asked, would you like to explore how person A's sign in Western astrology might influence their specific reaction to this full moon manipulation? And I added that person A is sun sign Aries.
That addition of an Aries sun is crucial. It significantly shifts the dynamics of the outcome, moving person A's likely reaction from slow, stewing emotional turmoil to immediate, impulsive, and forceful action. The entire manipulation is now perfectly designed to trigger the strongest, most reactive parts of the Aries personality. The outcome for an Aries sun, ruled by Mars. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, a cardinal fire sign ruled by Mars, the planet of action, war, and assertion. This astrological profile guarantees a fast, aggressive response to the fused communication, which is exactly what B and C want. 1. The amplified reaction, impulsivity, and rage. The full moon already amplifies emotion, but for an Aries, this energy is filtered directly into action and anger. Immediate lashing out. Aries is known for being impatient, impulsive, and having a short fuse. The communication from C, hitting on the energetic imbalance set up by B, will likely be met with an immediate, disproportionate explosion. Person A, Aries, will act first and think later, likely expressing the rage, frustration, or competitive drive the message triggers. Need for sovereignty. Aries deeply values independence and self-sovereignty. The energetic chain from B's money will feel like a profound restriction, or an insult to their leadership. The communication from C will be seen as a challenge or an order, which Aries inherently despises. The Aries reaction will be to aggressively break the chain, often poorly, by attacking the source of the perceived control. 2. The benefit to B and C. Predictable, high-energy action. The manipulation strategy is tailored to the Aries' weakness for speed and competition. A guaranteed fast response, B and C don't have to wait days or weeks for their plot to unfold. The Aries nature ensures the action will be swift and decisive, providing an immediate harvest of energy and outcome for the manipulators. Destructive follow-through. Aries, being a fire sign, tends to burn bridges when angry. The resulting action is likely to be over the top, messy, and public, the full moon's illumination, which perfectly serves B and C's goal of creating chaos or removing A as a competitor/threat. The competitive hook. If C's message frames the desired action as a challenge, "You can't do this," or "I dare you to," the Aries sun will feel compelled by their competitive nature to aggressively take the bait and prove C wrong, thus doing exactly what B and C wanted all along. 3. The path to Aries benefit, conscious movement. The key to A's spiritual benefit now lies in channeling the Mars energy consciously. The warning: the Aries body and head, which Aries rules, will feel the manipulation intensely. A must recognize that the urge to act immediately is the trap. The conscious counter. Instead of lashing out verbally or materially, the Aries needs to discharge the intense, Mars-ruled energy through physical movement. They must channel the rage from the full moon into intense exercise, running, boxing, weightlifting. This is the safest way to burn off the fuel that B and C intended to use, allowing the rational mind, which Aries needs to slow down and access, to take over later. The Aries sun makes the outcome almost certain to be a spectacular, aggressive overreaction, unless person A can interrupt their cardinal fire impulse with deliberate grounding action. Would you like to explore what a Libra full moon in the opposite sign would signify for this Aries sun in this scenario?
No. Okay. So there it is, folks. That was the message. I think it's self-explanatory. I'll come back with another message soon. Take care.